want to finish this and put it on the second tape. First one ran out. I gave all the background about me being kidnapped and brought to this country in 41. I didn't find out until I was in a political campaign in 83 when one of the doctors I wrote about, the plane he was on, the KAL 007 that went down in the ocean en route from Juneau, Alaska to Seoul, South Korea in August the 31st of 83. Larry Flint had been shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, near Marietta, where I live, and was doing a medical malpractice book. And it was about mind control and programming people, modifying their behavior and programming them to do anything you want. They're puppets to go out and kill. This is the Aurora, Colorado. I could go on and on, but you get just the serial. A lot of the serial people, off the cuff, let me say the bomber, Unabomber. Well, you get the gist of what I'm trying. Eric Rudolph, okay. These people are victims of mind control, like James Holmes, that's on trial now, and the Boston bomber from the former Soviet Union. Anyway, I could go on with it, but I want to continue this. If anybody cares to go back, I just put one tape up in this one, and I put a number up in the past, but I was trying to document just the last month, 2 months. I'm run and kept so sick, and nobody touches it. In fact, they make me afraid they're going to lock me up. And I know that they would if, anyway. They don't need a reason. They can concoct one with the people that's orchestrating it. It's who I am. And again, let me remind you, I was brought over here in 41, given the name of a dead twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married Childers. Both twins were dead, killed by Lina. Family covered it up, and I found out after I was out at Flint's. And yes, the British told me. So, and this is the reason for all of it. The book was a bit of it, but not really. It's who I am. And what would happen if the world were told and shown the truth. I wrote about mind control murders, and Larry Flint was one of them, if I'm being redundant. He was shot, his attorney killed in Lawrenceville, and I was living in Marietta. So I could go on, George Wallace, Martin Luther King, well, there's lists of them and go back. But anyway, what I wanted to get to is my illness. I'm allergic to chemicals. I have an immune disorder that when I inhale, you have to breathe. So what they do to me is they permeate the air with stuff that's detrimental to my body. My immune system attacks itself. And over the years, because where I've lived, I can't get you can't go to the law because they haven't orchestrated. They get things on people or on their kids or infractions, like if you're living on a lease or a motel, they can shut you down with whatever, especially motels, violations. So you get the gist. I don't have to go on with that, but this is what they've done. They come in, and I have no rights. I don't even have the right to breathe. And over the years, the only thing, you have to get away from it. You're breathing it. And so this is how they run me. And I've quoted a retired state trooper, his wife saying that. And anyway, they made me like everybody knows I'm telling the truth around here, but nobody will try to stop it. They say they don't know how. Most of them have become involved in and they hate me. They wish I would just vanish. I didn't break the law, and they have a choice. They didn't have to go along with what was being done to me. But over the years, my bones and my legs, the veins just burn when I get around like the Freon and the air conditioning that shouldn't be like that. I turn it, anyway, I've tried to explain it. It's easy to do. So anyway, I've inhaled it so much over the years and taken, the only thing I can do is take a medicine for inflammation. And over the years, it's really gotten to me. My whole body is torn apart. Now then, what I wanted to finish was that I'm run from one place to the other. That's how they run me. It gets so bad that I have to run, and then I need it coming back, because that's what's happened. It's done at such a high level. Now, I have over the years gone to North Creek Campground, and they've done the same thing. Archie was the host out there. It's a lovely place near Buchanan, Arcadia, not far from Roanoke. And it's way out in the Jefferson National Forest, and yes, the rangers knew. There's a story behind what they did to me, and they fully knew. And it's against the law to burn formaldehyde, and they added something to it. It's how I respond, and it can kill me. And it damages me anyway. Nobody touched it or stopped it. I'm going to go to a couple of months ago, it was a couple of months ago. It was so bad I ran from place to place and spent what little money I had. It was March, and I went out to North Creek, and the people that were hosts there, of all things, had this motorhome, home on wheels, that is worth about $2,000, sitting out in the middle of the forest in a 16-site campground, away from anything. So anyway, I went out there, and besides the storms and the creek rising and the lightning, they used to put formaldehyde in something else. They burn it. They have a thing right in front of pit, and yes, they did burn it. And I was about the only one out there. I was so sick I didn't know what to do, and I came back and I had the money to get a motel, enough till I could get more money. So now then, I'm put in a place where it's easy to get people to do things when they don't have to pay for the crime, or they think they don't, and so far that's been true. Anyway, I was triggered into it. It was so bad that I went back out there, I guess it's been 2 weeks ago, North Creek, hoping that, where do I go? You know, I've tried to leave, and I've been run back to Roanoke, where I guess I was meant to stay for these years, where it's more close quarters to contain me, I suppose, and do this to me, because it's killing me. I went back out there, and the same hosts were there, and I got there the first night, and I had to take the roof off the tent because it was so bad. I was so sick, I stayed. I don't know what it was the first night, but the second night I moved my tent, trying to get it further away from them, and they used the formaldehyde, and it was so bad that it was horrible, horrible. And I had to get a cab and hawk a computer. Well, maybe I shouldn't tell. Well, I mean, it was okay. He gave it back to me, and I paid him because I was out of money, almost out of money. I gave him some money and to hold my computer for me. So anyway, I was so sick, and the damage done to me. I came back, so I've just been run back and forth and insulted. And these people, the last time out there with the motorhome that did this, they're hosts out there. They actually told me where I was going to go. They mentioned, said, where are you going to go when you leave here? Well, I'm so sick, they're having fun and have just all night long. And they've got a motorhome sitting there. They probably don't respond. It would hurt anyone like I do to it. But they have a good air conditioning and all that, so they're not getting it. It's coming to me, and there was only a few there while I was there, and I had to leave again. This is twice, last month and this month. So she actually told me whether this is true or not. The first time when that happened in March, and I had to come back, I was so sick they burned it. Her husband actually mentioned CIA. He alluded to that. And he had lived in Marietta, where I lived during that time, et cetera, et cetera. So whether that's true or not, or I have to think some of it was true. But anyway, they actually knew where I was going.